Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video. Today we are going to be ranking Ned Flanders costumes in the Simpsons Tapped Out. So we're nearing the end of this kind of revamped series that I've done. We're very close to the end. Milhouse will be coming next week, do not worry, as we will be getting Milhouse's new costume next week. And yeah, this is kind of weird, I guess, because it's a little unusual because I kind of want to do every single character, but the issue with that is some characters literally just have one. So I'm going to have to end it. After Milhouse, there will be one more episode, which will be Principal Skinner. He does have 4 costumes, he doesn't have 5, but I decided to branch out. I'm like, fine, I'll do 4, but we'll do 4. But anyone who's got 3 or less, I'm just not going to bother doing, because I don't really see much point. The video would be way too short. But yeah, I'm thinking you guys can tell me what you think about this idea. But maybe just to close this series off, I'm going to be doing my top 10 best costumes. But I'm going to be kind of excluding the people who can enter that as the characters that I've kind of ranked thus far. So Homer, Marge, Maggie, Lisa, Bart, Moe, etc, etc. All the characters that I've ranked so far. And then I'll also follow that up with a top 10 worst. I feel like a lot of them will be Stone Cold costumes. But I'm thinking it will be an interesting one, like an interesting video. I could just do top 10 best and top 10 worst costumes. So tell me what you want to see. Do you want to see a top 10 worst costumes just generally for every single character? Or do you want to see a top 10 worst costumes exclusively for the characters that I'm ranking in this kind of, revamped series? Kind of leave that in below, and obviously vice versa for the top best. So tell me down below which one you would prefer. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to jump into Flanders costumes ranked. So we're going to start off with the worst costume, in my opinion. Puritan Flanders. So I was a little kind of hesitant to put this as the worst. Originally I had it as the second worst, but I swapped it round with what is now the second worst, because honestly I'm just not that massive of a fan of it. Like, to me, I prefer costumes to be something snappy and awesome, and I guess you could compare this similarly to, the Sacagawea Lisa. Now this costume has some things going for it. It has 3 animated tasks, which is quite cool. Self-punish, which is pretty funny. Attend a peace feast, which is okay, I guess, is pretty cool. Comes with that's with Sacagawea Lisa on the outdoor feast table. And then finally, petition to cancel Christmas at the town. Use the Heimlich machine. With obviously using the Heimlich machine. So he has some really, really decent animations. The reason why I'm ranking him so low, though, is because I just don't think the costume's that interesting. I think it's kind of bland. It's like, yeah, obviously it makes sense to add it. Puritan Flanders, you did the Thanksgiving event, obviously it makes sense to add it. You've added Sacagawea Lisa. I don't think that this costume shouldn't have been added. I just think compared to the rest of Cat Flanders costumes, I'm just not that big of a fan of it. It's just kind of It was originally added for free in the 2014 Thanksgiving update, which is always great. Then it was added for 40 donuts at Gobble Gobble, Toll and Trouble, and then it was added for 80 donuts in the Most Dangerous Game, the Thanksgiving's Gone to the Birds, Thanksgiving 2018, and the All American Auction. It was kind of in like an outfit bundle, but regardless, I think it was a little. It's kind of pricey, kind of not. It was also added in the yearbook for 30 donuts. So overall, I think it's decent. It's not terrible, but it was well priced, I would say, as well. But I just there's just nothing there for me. It's just kind of So yeah, right at the bottom, Puritan Flanders. Stupid, sexy Flanders. I kind of ranked this one quite high in the past, but really kind of looking at it and looking at the tasks and going through the quest line, I mean, it's okay. It's a memorable moment, sure, but again, there's not much to it. It's just Flanders in ski wear, really. Of course, this was originally added in the Winter 2014 update for 150 donuts with the ski lift. It was re-added in 2015 Winter and 2016. It was also added in the Ride Jillian promo, The Invasion Before Christmas, for 50 donuts. And then it was added again for 60 donuts in the Simpsons Christmas special and Abe's in Toyland and it was also added to the yearbook. So I think 150 donuts for a skin building is kind of crappy, and that was 3 years in a row it was like that, so I will have to mark it down for that for a starter. The two animations are loosen up, which is okay, you know, that's kind of the episode. That was the moment in the episode where obviously he, feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. And then obviously you got Catch the Ski Lift, which is pretty cool to see, I guess, but yeah, so 2 okay animations. I would say 1 decent one. I think the loosen up, you know, it's a memorable moment, so it's cool to see it in the game. But apart from that, again, there's just nothing. There's nothing like really awesome about the costume. So yeah, I'm ranking it here. Flanders costumes are a bit tricky, but yeah, I think I'm fine with this ranking. So let's move on to the next one. Shredder Ned. So we're going on to the top 3 now. So why have I put Shredder Ned here? Because look at that, that's cool. Now this costume was added for free in both the in the St. Patrick's Day and Easter 2015 update. However, it's never been re-added, which is a real shame. Regardless though, I think I'm still going to rank it as number 3. Because I just think there's some cool things in here. I really love the questline. I thought it was really cool. It's got Trim the Hedge, which is pretty funny. Trim Mod's Secret Garden, which obviously that's the Praise Land statue, which is pretty awesome, and Workout, which is great. There's something about it. It kind of reminds me almost of Bare Chested Willy. I don't know. I kind of like it. I like the fact that it's just him shirtless doing stuff. Like, it's nothing amazingly special or anything, of course, but I don't know. I really like it. I think the animations are cool. The questline's really cool. If only it was added. If it was added more in a more recent update, or if it was added to the mystery, the yearbook. Sorry, which apparently it's not been. I may have ranked it a little bit higher, but I think it's here. It's kind of an odd one. I prefer this costume to Shredder, to the Stupid Sexy Flanders and the Puritan Flanders. I did kind of think about putting this lower, but I don't know. I just honestly prefer this to both those costumes below it. So, yeah, it's here. Devil Flanders is number 2. Now, the reason why I'm putting this as number 2 is purely because of the influx, like the price. It keeps fluctuating. Like, they can't decide on a price. So it was originally free in the Treehouse of Horror, the original 2012 Treehouse of Horror. It was added for 75 donuts in the second Treehouse of Horror, and also Flanders Family Reunion. It was added for 75 donuts. It came back in the 2014 Treehouse of Horror with the Heck House for 120 donuts, which I think is fairly reasonable for a building skin costume. Although actually maybe not. It's a little bit pricey. I'd probably say it's about 20. Yeah, I'd say 100 donuts maybe at the most for that. Then it came back in 2015 for 120 donuts again. Then it came back in Homer's Chiliad for 125 donuts. Then it came back for 100 donuts in the 2016. Then it came back again in the 2017 for 65 donuts. Then it came back again in 2018 and 2019 for 50 donuts. And then, in Thanksgiving 2018 and an All-American Auction, it came back for 20 donuts. And then, in the yearbook, it came back for 30 donuts. So, although the prices fluctuate a lot, and that kind of does annoy me, I don't mind it when it kind of goes down, but the issue is, like, it was originally free, then it was 75 donuts, then it was 120 donuts. Granted, it was with the Heck House, but still. And then 120 donuts again. Then 125 in the Chiliad event, which was like, what? And then 100, obviously then it came with the 5-alarm chili, which is okay, I guess, because it's sort of a building, but still. 100 donuts then, and then 65, then 50, then 20. Like, it's just all over the place in the price, and that's why I don't think I want to give this number 1. It seems like an arbitrary reason, but I don't know, I think it's important to, you know, make sure that either the prices go down and they stay down, or they stay the same, or there's just no price at all. So, I don't know, it's a weird nitpick, I guess, but it really annoys me, you know? I mean, this is the costume that's been added the most. Like, I swear I've not seen a costume added this many times to different updates. Like a limited time costume, I mean. The costume itself looks awesome. Ned looks devilish, and it's very fitting that he is the devil. He's got 2 tasks. Show his wrath, which is pretty decent, and sign up new clients, which is again a pretty decent animation. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. It was originally free, which I guess is a plus. But yeah, the price kind of did annoy me a little bit. So yeah, that's number 2. But there must be a number 1. So can we have that little really cheap and low budget drum roll, please? Werewolf Flanders. Okay, I'm super biased when it comes to this costume, and call me out in the comments, please, because I just had to put this as number 1 purely because I think one of the earliest, or at least the earliest Treehouse of Horrors I remember is, and the earliest segment I remember is the Flanders werewolf segment, the one that obviously this costume is from. That segment is ingrained in my mind. I had it on videotape, you see, on like a VHS, right? Because I had VHSs for a while, because I don't know, I didn't have internet until I was like 14. But yeah, I had it on like a VHS, right? And I watched this segment over and over and over and over and over again. So I guess when it was added to the game, I was very happy. So this is purely just my opinion. Do not get me wrong. And one of the reasons why I'm kind of leaning towards it, I was trying to be as unbiased as possible, but man, this costume just looks so awesome. It's got 2 really cool animations. Deal with Growing Pains, which is cool, and Terrorize, which is just awesome. It was originally added in the Treehouse of Horror 2016. It was re-added in the 2017, I believe. Let me just double check that. But yeah, 2017, yeah. And it's never been re-added, which is a shame, I guess. But I mean, it's only 2018, 2019. There's every possibility it will get added in the next Halloween. We'll have to see. If it doesn't, then maybe I will rank it down. Maybe I'll try and suppress my bias. But yeah, I just think this looks like a really cool costume. I mean, it's just awesome seeing Ned as a werewolf. Even more awesome than seeing him than the devil. I can understand though if people will put the Devil Flanders above this. That's fair. I can understand that, but yeah, that is it. So I hope you enjoyed my Ned Flanders costume rank. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me why I'm wrong, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.